What's up, you guys? It's Jono! Welcome to another episode of my Pokemon Legends Arceus request series. Today we're on request number 99, Tricky Treat Strategy. Now, if you're like me, you probably thought that the next request in this series would be Mass Outbreaks in the Highlands, but it's not. They're doing a little bit more story. If you recall from my previous episodes, there's a whole shape-shifting storyline that goes on with Mai and her Munchlax, and some Pokemon that are shape-shifting, and this is the part of the story where it gets really weird and really strange. Pretty much nothing in this request makes any sense at all, but don't worry, it's just a weird part of the story, and it really doesn't change too much in the way that we'll play and interact with the game. They just decided to do this fun, shape-shifting story. Now, I should mention, in order to unlock this request, you have to have completed the previous request, request number 98. Once you complete request number 98, you're going to meet up with Mai and her Munchlax in front of the Galaxy Hall, like you saw me do just there. I'm assuming you've already done that, and of course you have to do this request sequentially all the way up until number 102. So to unlock Massive Mass Outbreaks, you will do all of the requests from number 96 to number 102, which is Daybreak, and then we'll be able to play Massive Mass Outbreaks. In the meantime, we gotta run here, there, and everywhere and complete a whole bunch of requests. Now, in this particular request, you're going to need mushroom cakes. So the first thing you need to do once you get past talking to Mai, then you have to go get a whole bunch of mushroom cakes. Once you get done talking with Mai and you purchase some of those mushroom cakes, then you need to head over to the secret hollow, which is nearby the Icepeak Camp. It's actually right next to the camp, and you shouldn't have any trouble finding it. And make sure you turn on the request icons from the map. That way you can tell where you're supposed to be going. And once you get inside the cave, you'll see an area to investigate with the little request icon over it. So just run up there and it should initiate this cutscene with Mai and her Munchlax. Or is it? This is the shape-shifting Mai and her shape-shifting Munchlax. It's not actually them, as we'll find out as we go throughout this request. It is kind of tricky. I really don't understand why this is part of the story, and I wonder if we'll get another DLC later that starts to show more of this story unfolding, although I highly doubt it. It's just one of those weird things that they did. So we talk to Mai, we give them the mushroom cakes, which seems like we're being tricked a little bit, because why would Mai want all those mushroom cakes? But at this point, all we can do is continue on with the request and just trust that things are going to go normal for us. So go ahead and teleport back to the camp, and you will have this little encounter with Lian. Before you're able to go back to Jubilife Village, you're going to have a little conversation here with Lian, and it should happen automatically. I just fast teleported, as you can see, and it triggered this animation. I'm guessing if you went to either of the camps, this would happen, although I'm not positive, but it seems like this will happen before you attempt to go back to Jubilife Village one way or another. So Lian is actually really cool here. He wants to show up Melly and give you more Aguav berries than Melly did. You gotta love Lian. He's so persistent. So yes, he's definitely in a little bit of a battle with Melly, which I wish I could battle Melly 10 times. And obviously Lian does too. So Lian gives you 30 Aguav berries. That is a really good chunk of Aguav berries. So big ups to Lian. That's actually the best reward that you could possibly get at this point in the game, because you do need to have a fairly big stockpile of Aguav berries, so you don't have to go farm them up immediately as soon as you get access to the Massive Mass Outbreaks. So that's great. We just got a huge stockpile of Aguav berries that should last us for days and days and days. It should even be weeks of hunting, especially if you farm up more berries, which I do recommend to do. So you should never run out of Aguav berries as long as you're hitting those berry outbreaks during the Massive Mass Outbreaks every once in a while. So now we make our way back to Jubilife Village, and Mai is waiting in her usual spot right next to the front gate of Jubilife Village, and she literally has no idea what we're talking about the mushroom cakes. So this is where it finally becomes obvious that there is some devious shape-shifting going on, and somebody impersonated Mai, perhaps even a hungry Pokemon that tricked us into giving it a whole bunch of mushroom cakes. Who knows? but we have completed the Tricky Treat strategy request number 99, and we just have to make it through request number 102 to finally unlock those Massive Mass Outbreaks. So we are on the way, and the next request is, you guessed it, Massive Mass Outbreaks in the Highlands. So we're well on our way to getting to the next portion and unlocking those Massive Mass Outbreaks. Alright everybody, that's going to be it for this episode. I hope you found it useful and informative. Thanks everybody for watching, thanks to all of my amazing subscribers, and peace!